Okay, so I just hopped out of the shower. I just feel like I'm ready to like crawl into bed. You know when you take like a shower and you just feel calm? The highlight of my days without my baby is that I can take a shower that is longer than 5 minutes. Because normally I'm in and out of the shower and she's in her little bouncer chair or whatever, or in her little activity center so I can see her and she's kind of trapped. I have to shower and entertain her at the same time. So it's not a me time thing. Also, I loved this point, and I read this, I think, on TikTok. You know, stepping out to do errands, okay, like errands that you need, like groceries and whatever, showering, hygiene stuff, sleeping at night, those are not privileges. Those are just like basic things that we need to do as human beings. And those are not mommy's breaks. Mommy taking a shower is not her break time from the kid. And we have to stop thinking that that's all that we get and that's all that we deserve. I'm gonna attempt to nap. My predictions for this nap is I nap for maybe half an hour and then wake up feeling like I napped for 2-3 hours. Number 2, I'm not gonna be able to sleep at all and I'm gonna just get up and like, you know, try and find things to do. Or prediction number 3 is I'm going to grab my laptop, bring it to bed, and online shop, but not actually buy anything. Oh, good morning to me. I successfully slept for 2 hours. I really struggled. I think for half an hour I was in bed struggling to sleep. And then don't even know how it happened. It just did. I just forced myself not to look at my phone, not to distract myself with anything, just close my eyes and let my body do its thing. This is such a big win for me because I remember the last time I spent a day, or the majority of a day, just chilling and not psycho cleaning and like starting a new project or working on stuff or my other, you know, business / YouTube channel. Especially being a first-time mom, I feel like there's so much guilt giving yourself time to just veg because you're like, first of all, other people have more kids than me and, you know, they're running around with their heads cut off. Hustle culture is so real. Like if you're not doing stuff, you feel like you're doing nothing. But rest is productive. Rest is something that benefits you and pours into your cup, allowing you to then do all the other things that you need to do. It is the next day and I want to show you guys, I got my hair done. I just got a bit of like face framing. I was gonna do like more highlights and blend the black that I have in my hair that I've been trying to get rid of for a while. So don't box dye your hair black, even though I love the black era. Like I think I looked good in the black hair, but I just want low maintenance and I don't want to be dyeing it. So I was trying to blend my natural so it looks less weird, but we just decided not to add any more color. We're gonna wait, let it grow out a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go in next time and do more of like a balayage just to kind of blend my natural into this like mismatched colors. And then I just toned the hair a little bit lighter, but I don't know if it did much, and did a bit of a treatment because it needed some love. I haven't washed my hair in so long, and she was like, girl, what's in your hair? I'm like, I don't know. So today we are going to be, I'm so excited. I don't know if I have time to do this before the baby gets home, but I'm gonna put my hair up. This is what I do. When I get my hair done, I put it straight up, which is like not the point, girl, not the point. We are gonna get Esme's birthday stuff ready. I'm so excited. Here in my daughter's room right now. Excuse the mess here, but I just kind of reorganized her closet. I'm too lazy to close it though, so that's what you're gonna get. So these are the wrapping papers I picked out for her. Everything is kind of florally fairy theme without having fairies on it. Like I don't want it to be tacky, no offense. I just feel like she's gonna be a bit of a whimsical one. I don't know why. I just like always felt that way. That's why her birthday is like kind of fairy first vibe, but not quite as cheesy. We're not having a big party. We're going to have lunch and that's it. It's to celebrate in an intimate, chill way. It's just very me, Max, and our vibe. So I'm just gonna wrap 2 of her presents here. I got her this magnetic drawing board. I feel like this is a great way for her to start creating stuff as the year goes on without doing pen to paper and like creating a mess. But I'm down for the mess, just not now because she puts everything in her mouth. And then She loves pulling tissues out of a tissue box, so instead of actually using up all her tissues, I got her basically that. And yeah, and then her birthday gift was this bookshelf, which honestly she's already using. I built it the day I got it, and I was like, she's gonna love it. I can't wait for her birthday, so I just let her play with it, and she loves coming in here, pulling books, and having access to them on her own, rather than we had like a stand here, which is not very safe now that she's walking and climbing and grabbing things. And I'm gonna have to start putting shelves up on the walls. So the thing was, we were gonna move from this place, we thought this year, but it's just not convenient, doesn't make sense right now. So we're probably gonna try and move next year. So that is why I didn't really touch this room for a while, because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like do it up just to like, you know, we don't know, but we're obviously, I think, gonna just stay another year here. If I could go back in time, I wouldn't have stressed getting this room organized, even though I didn't actually decorate it or, you know, create the nursery like everyone does while they're pregnant, because I just had too much on my plate and I never used this room. She'd never slept in this room ever. We're hoping that this year might be the year that she does, so that's why I feel like I'm more energized and ready to organize this room. Also, she's getting a bit bigger and obviously more interactive, and she knows things now. So like as she gets older, I want her to know this is your room. Like you have a space that you can play and do your thing in and utilize. Eventually the change pad here will not be there anymore and less of a poopy room, you know?
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow.
Happy birthday.
I know the lighting is probably not the best, but this is the only time that I have to sit down, decompress. Baby is sleeping for now. She wakes up like she just woke up every, I don't know, hour sometimes still. And we are 14 months in. I wanted to recap, debrief life, how it's been so far postpartum. I posted a TikTok and it really resonated with so many people. And it was actually a TikTok that I was hesitating to make because you guys know how I feel about motherhood so far. It has been hard. I had my baby 15 months ago, which is just wild to even think about, but this is not like a nostalgic, cutesy video. This is going to be me telling you just how much I hated this past year of motherhood. And not just hard, like it has been hell. I feel like I have not been able to breathe. I've not been able to sleep. I literally have not been able to sleep. I've not slept a full night. And I'm not even looking for a full night. I'm looking for just uninterrupted sleep that's longer than 2 to 3 hours. She's still breastfeeding, which I've been trying to wean, but also I've kind of given up on the weaning because I just don't feel like it's right for us right now. I'm just so tired that I don't have the energy to wean or to sleep train, and I don't feel like it's the right thing either. I don't have to explain myself, but that's just where I'm at, and I know that that's obviously making my life a little bit harder. That being said, we celebrated her first birthday, which is just crazy. Like, she'll never remember her first birthday, but we will always remember her first birthday. And it was simple and special, and I had family come all the way to us. She is walking. She started walking a little bit before her first birthday, which is crazy. Like, she just got up and did her thing. She really didn't crawl much. She went right into walking. She like knew how to crawl. She just didn't care for it. She like wanted to walk. So she would stand up, hold onto things, and then eventually just walked. And I remember her taking her first steps. It was crazy. It was amazing. We do look back fondly on these big milestone moments, and there are things that were like, all right, it was hard, but wouldn't trade it for the world. And every parent says that, but you guys know I would tell you if I was like, this is a fucking scam. Which sometimes it feels that way. Sometimes it feels that way. For a long time, you are sacrificing, and you will sacrifice for your whole life for your child. You'll worry your whole life for this child. How do people breathe? How do people live? How do people wake up and just do life? Like, I was struggling to just do basic things because my baby was so needy, so clingy, so low sleep needs, but it did get better. It did change. I'm aware that it's never going to be easy, and I'm not looking for it to be easy. I felt like I really couldn't grasp anything. I just feel like I couldn't keep my head above the water. But now I feel like I'm swimming with the current versus against the current. And this chapter is so much more fun and so much better. For me, the up and running is so much better than like having a baby on top of me, needing to be on me, and me not being able to do anything or have my hands free or even like use the washroom. I still obviously have to take her with me when I'm doing all the things I need to do, but this way she can like kind of play around the house. We've baby-proofed it to the best of our abilities. We also are teaching her, you know, the limits of what she can and cannot play with, and she's pretty good at listening, which, you know, we're lucky, and so I'm thankful for that. She's really entertained with Ruby, our dog, and they have just such a beautiful relationship already. Like, she does her thing, and like I can actually wash dishes without like having her on top of me or, you know, not being able to do anything really. The first year was just like that. I feel like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't leave the house. She hated the stroller. She like would cry in the car sometimes, and it would like be screaming, crying nonstop. She would not stop. One thing about her is this girl cannot be stopped. Like, if she's on one, she is on one, you know? And that was very traumatizing for me as somebody who is like more sensitive to those things. And as a mother, like, your baby's cry is the worst sound ever. Like, it physically makes me feel sick. You know, when you hit the 1 year mark and you look back on the photos, and I made like a little book for her, all the photos from every month, just kind of like seeing her grow and like seeing the change, like they change so quickly. I do feel sad sometimes looking at photos or videos, and I'm like, I really wish I just was happier in those moments, or I enjoyed those moments. It's a bit sad, and I try not to think, like it's making me emotional right now, but I'm trying not to think of it, because at the end of the day, I learned so much. I did a lot of it on my own. I don't have my village here, and I'm proud of myself. Honestly, I'm so fucking proud of myself. I think I just wish I could have been more present and happy, and I don't know, like in that newborn cuddly wuddly bubble that everyone like paints it out to be, which it definitely was not the case for me. Things are looking up, things feel better, things seem right, you know. I at first, and this is gonna be a thought that like is kind of scary to admit, but I was like, did I make a mistake having a baby? It's not because I didn't love her or I don't love her. I was like, is this for me? Maybe this is not for me. Maybe I'm not like meant for this shit. Like, I panicked. I was like, did I just fuck up my whole life? You know? Now I'm like, no, this makes sense. This is the point of life. Like, this makes sense now. I do have good days. I do have bad days. There are days where she's more clingy, more needy, where she's teething, she's growing, she's going through all these things. And I'm, you know, depleted. I don't sleep. So I have a shorter fuse. I have less energy and less patience. So obviously it makes for the perfect storm. I think I have permanent insomnia too, for 14 months straight, to be like woken up every like 2 hours. Like, your body just doesn't know how to sleep past it, you know? I've just kept the breastfeeding going and the co-sleeping and the feeding and nursing to sleep, because it is my saving grace at times. We're just gonna keep at it until I feel like we're ready to stop, and then I will do that. And if I never feel ready, then one day she'll wean herself. Like, I'm sorry, like, it is what it is. We are going on vacation, our first family vacation. I'm so nervous about that, but we'll talk about that as I'm packing. I'm gonna start her packing, but we're leaving Friday early in the morning, so things have to be ready to go when we go to bed Thursday night. We cannot play around, because we have to wake up the baby in the middle of the night, which I'm very, very nervous about. So I have just grabbed a bunch of things that I've A, purchased for this specific trip, B, I think would be great for the trip. Oh, don't mind this pile that I have to actually go and hang. All of this